Did you know, at Disney's Hollywood Studios, when planning for Rock and Roller Coaster, Disney had to go through 4 separate bands before ending up with their final choice. The Rolling Stones, Kiss, and U2 were all on the table, but with high asking prices and a lack of interest in U2's case, coming up with a final choice was difficult for the company. The stars began to align, however, when they reached towards their final option, Aerosmith. With a reasonable asking price and trusts of recently working on Armageddon's theme song, I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, Aerosmith officially signed on to what we know today as Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith. Did you know, at Disney California Adventure, when you're in the boiler room for Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, you can spot the original audio animatronic for Harold the Yeti from Disneyland's Matterhorn bobsleds, which was replaced with a more modern and fluid audio animatronic. Did you know, in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at both Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disneyland, when you ride both Rise of the Resistance and Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run in the nighttime, the screen portions of the rides also have a night setting when you're flying around on the fictional land of Batuu. Did you know, before coming up with the name RollerCoaster Tycoon, video game developer Chris Sawyer almost used the name White Knuckle for his new amusement park-based game. He then ditched the name as having a tycoon kind of name was too good to pass up at the time. Did you know, at Cedar Point, Aerodynamics proposed a new project to break roller coaster records by going up 187 feet high. But it was the idea of Cedar Point themselves to add in a bit more height so it could break the 200-foot height barrier, and thus, Magnum XL200 was created. Did you know, at Knott's Berry Farm, while testing their new for 2002 roller coaster Xcelerator, which has a top speed of 82 miles per hour, the park did various tests to make the ride go well over 100 miles per hour on its hydraulic launch, with the highest recorded launch speed being around 117 miles per hour. These tests were done for Cedar Fair to see if it's possible to build the record-breaking 420-foot, 120-mile-per-hour Cedar Point roller coaster, Top Thrill Dragster. Did you know, for Universal's Transformers The Ride, in order to fit the attraction in a compact space, and to have as many features in the ride as possible, sets of elevators are used to take the vehicles up to and down from a second floor. Did you know, in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at both Disney's Hollywood Studios and Disneyland, even though the land is canonically set between The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren's helmet is still in mint condition, instead of being smashed up after the events of The Last Jedi. Whoops! Did you know, at Kings Island, when building the suspended coaster Top Gun, now named the Bat, then named Paramount's Kings Island hired John DeCure Jr., who was an actual production designer for the Top Gun film, to design the ride station. Did you know, when you throw a coin into a fountain or wishing well at a Disney park, Disney uses the money thrown in to support various charities.